Have you ever wondered if the last digit of your birth year holds a secret about who you were in a past life? Every birth has a blueprint, a code, not just your star sign, not just your life path number, but something even simpler and more mysterious: the last digit of your birth year. Think about it. You might be born in 1983, or 1999, or even 2007. That last number? It's not random. It's a key, a karmic signature, marking the residue of who you were before you came into this life. In today's video, we're exploring the connection between Buddhist reincarnation, karmic cycles, and numerical vibrations, all leading to a powerful truth: that you are carrying the echoes of a past life, and those echoes are hiding in your date of birth. In Buddhist philosophy, the soul doesn't begin at birth, and it certainly doesn't end at death. Instead, we are part of a vast cycle, samsara, the endless wheel of birth, death, and rebirth. Like a candle lighting another, consciousness passes from one life to the next. The flame is not exactly the same, but it is not entirely different either. Each life leaves a trace, a memory embedded deep within our subconscious. These karmic imprints shape not only who we are, but also when we are born, and with what challenges, talents, and lessons. Ancient monks believed that dates, numbers, and events were not coincidences. The number at the end of your birth year is a symbol, one final digit, with 9 possible meanings, and each one carries a karmic story. Let's break them down. Each number from 0 to 9 holds a particular vibration, a spiritual frequency tied to previous lifetimes. These aren't just numbers, they're archetypes. They represent who you were, what energy you carried, and the karmic thread that follows you into this life. 0, the emptiness walker. 1, the leader of Dharma. 2, the peacemaker. 3, the storyteller. 4, the builder. 5, the traveler. 6, the nurturer. 7, the seeker. 8, the karma bearer. 9, the finisher. Each of these paths comes with both gifts and shadows. Let's dive into each one in more depth and reveal what your last digit says about your past life and what that means for your present. If your birth year ends in 0, the emptiness walker, you were likely a monk, nun, or hermit. You lived away from society, simplicity, silence, meditation. Your past life was dedicated to letting go of desires, attachments, even your own ego. But in this life, you might feel a strange emptiness, a distance from people, or a desire to withdraw. Your karmic lesson? To find balance between detachment and connection. If it ends in 1, the leader of Dharma, you were a revolutionary spiritual figure, maybe a monk who led uprisings, a reformer who challenged dogma. In that life, you led others toward truth, even if it came at great personal cost. Now you may feel called to lead again, but beware the shadow of ego. Your challenge: to guide without needing recognition. If it ends in 2, the peacemaker. Your soul once soothed conflict, maybe a healer, midwife, or counselor in a time of war. Your energy brings people together. But in this life, you may avoid conflict too easily. You might feel trapped between wanting peace and needing boundaries. Your lesson: stand firm in your truth, even when it disrupts the peace. If it ends in 3, the storyteller. You were a keeper of knowledge, perhaps a temple scribe, a philosopher, a poet. Your stories shaped belief. Your words inspired change. Now you may feel called to speak, write, teach, but be careful not to get lost in performance. Your karma urges you to speak not to impress, but to uplift. If it ends in 4, the builder. In your past life, you constructed temples, communities, and spiritual systems. You were grounded, practical, and humble. Now, you may feel drawn to stability, but fear change. Your soul wants to build again, but not only physical things. You're here to build legacy. If it ends in 5, the traveler. You were a spiritual wanderer, a seeker of truth moving from place to place. Perhaps you never settled, always searching. Now, you may still feel restless, always planning your next move. Your karma? Learn that home is a state of being, not a location. If it ends in 6, the nurturer. In a past life, you were a caregiver, likely in a communal or spiritual setting, a teacher, healer, or parent figure. Now, you may be a natural empath, but carry wounds from being overlooked or taken for granted. Your karmic challenge is to nurture yourself with the same care you give others. If it ends in 7, the seeker. You were a mystic, a monk who spent lifetimes searching for enlightenment. You might have lived alone in mountains or deep forests, always meditating, always questioning. This lifetime continues that search, but with a twist. You're meant to bring the wisdom back to the world. If it ends in 8, the karma bearer. You were powerful in your last life, maybe a judge, ruler, or executioner. With power came karma. You made decisions that deeply affected others. In this life, you may feel burdened, overly responsible, or intensely drawn to justice. Your soul wants redemption through service and humility. If it ends in 9, the finisher. You were near the end of a karmic cycle, possibly an elder monk, a sage, or someone who had glimpsed enlightenment. Now, you carry wisdom beyond your years, but might struggle with feeling out of place. You're finishing old business, tying loose karmic threads. Your role now? To share your light and complete your journey with compassion. So what does this mean for your life now? Each digit is a compass, a karmic fingerprint. When you understand the vibration you were born with, you can better understand the patterns that repeat in your life and why. Are you always drawn to solitude? Maybe you were once a mystic. Do you constantly seek justice? Maybe you were a spiritual leader once. Your birth year doesn't define you, but it reminds you. Life is a beautiful mystery. Buddha said, "Do not dwell in the past. Do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment." And yet, understanding the past helps us make peace with the present. So next time someone asks your birth year, pause for a moment. That last digit may hold more than you ever imagined. Thank you for watching. If this resonated with you, please subscribe, like, and share. And join us on the journey through the soul's many lifetimes.